The submarine is sunk.
I don't know what sink means.
It means the audio clips are like playing
together.
the same, so it doesn't. It's not like I say hello and it sounds here, and then over there like half a second later says hello.
Are you gonna hear myself?
A little bit.
Just
but
make sure both mics
if it's
are
synced
going
up,
at the same
if it's
time.
synced up properly, you won't notice.
How do we know if it's synced up properly?
You won't be able to.
That's what I did. I
Question.
I
We already
clapped.
started the podcast. We've been talking about it.
Yeah. Welcome to TurdsDay.
Welcome everyone to the TurdsDay podcast, episode 2. We have two very special guests, Cindy and Lula.
What?
Which one am I? I'm
No,
Lula. I'm so Lula.
if we're
Cindy makes me sound like an old hag.
Freaking
Hang on.
ditzy blonde. So
Why
Okay.
can't I be Lula?
wait. If we're going off of names I've already given you, Haley, it's Sally, because I called you Sally when I introduced you for the State Fair vlog where I broke my toe.
oh yeah.
We're sitting here today with.
No. You have to cut that. Cut that. That has to be a cut.
I'll bleep it out.
Okay.
It'll sound like you said nasty things.
I mean, we're about to say a lot of nasty
Yeah.
things.
Speaking
so-
of nasty
That's a
things, as is traditional, we're going to start the podcast with poop stories.
Yeah, but I think it's only fair that we ask if
If we get
guests.
too close to... Okay, they're judging us. They're judging
They're
me for
already
not being
judging us.
very close to the mic.
I am.
I found in editing the last episode, I'm generally louder than
Okay.
Ben.
And I'm a lot quieter.
Yeah, so I'm
Okay.
stepping, I'm being back, and I peek the microphone easier, so I'm sitting back.
Because
I project
so
more.
high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I speak like this.
You really
I'm Bill. Hey, I'm Bill.
Oh, don't let me forget to feed
That
my
looks
fish
like
after.
Little Bill.
Oh yeah,
He keeps
Emery's...
looking like he's dead.
Okay,
Big does
they're real.
Little Bill.
Okay, girls, introduce yourself for real.
Oh, who am I now?
Just say your name.
Oh, my legit name?
Yeah.
I'm Lula.
That.
I'm Lula McJargens.
No, it's just say your
Yeah, and I'm Sally McJargens.
Your sisters.
We are.
Maybe mother and daughter. Don't be judgy.
No, because that would make me related to Jeff in a couple months, and I don't
Ew,
want that.
okay, I'm actually Emery.
You don't have to say your last name.
Oh, crap,
Nope.
Emery.
Please
okay.
don't say your last name.
It's technically not her last name in a couple months.
That's true.
Cut that out.
Okay, what's your name?
Emery.
Okay, what's your name?
I'm Haley. Don't videotape this.
No, please do. That's hilarious.
Emery is, hi, Jeff here. Emery is my fiance.
Sadly.
Getting married. Whoa!
Okay, I just listened to their
Shots
first
fired.
podcast, so I'm kind of like thrown off.
The Ferd podcast?
Yeah, the
We are-
Ferd turd.
We're not even 3 minutes into the podcast, and we haven't even gotten through our names yet.
Now listen here. Picture this. I'm gonna go into hang on, I gotta put my headphones on so I can get in my ASMR narrator voice. Alright, picture this.
She's already snoring.
Alright. I'm gonna tell you guys a story about one of my fateful days in the stalls of the school. It was a morning, like this morning, a Monday morning. I had woken up, brushed my teeth, furrowed my brow, greased back my hair, slicked back my chest hair,
Oh, gross.
and
Like you have any.
trimmed my nipple hair.
Wait, question.
And
Do
yeah.
you have less chest hair than Adam does?
Oh,
I have
yeah.
way less. Adam is like a
Is
Sasquatch.
Ben a bear baby?
I don't know.
Show us. I mean, he's a swimmer.
I'm a bear baby by choice.
He waxes. He's a swimmer.
No, it
Do
just
you
gets.
wax?
Let me see
No, I
this.
don't wax.
Do you
Do you
pluck?
still have the bark from earlier?
He
Let's
plucked.
look up for sure.
It's right
Oh
there.
my
It
gosh.
Okay,
Ben.
so
Okay,
what-
Ben
people
hit his.
can't see.
Ben hit his chest.
It was
on
healing, and then Haley hit it a bunch.
Oh, yeah.
Correction. It was.
Okay,
it was a
Ben.
group effort on
It was
Emery
group
and I's.
effort.
And
Okay.
the thing is Ben decided to show up to the football game.
And he was
First
our
rock.
Rockin' all red.
Yeah, well
All
now.
right. Well, you're spoiling everything. I worked so hard to bleep out earlier. So can you
What did you-
shut up?
Believe that.
And
He
he
said the name of his school.
Oh yeah, in the last podcast I did, but you wouldn't even really know.
he
We can't really
Stop
talk
I
about this.
bleeped
We're
it
gonna have
out.
to bleep
Shut
it
up.
out
He
again.
Okay. Just say how he got injured,
anyway.
and then.
Yeah. So anyway, he kept talking crap.
Now, how did he originally get injured?
Well, he thought he'd be funny and slapped a stop sign.
It was quite funny.
It was the
Frickin'
okay.
chest.
Picture this. It was the middle of the night. It was eerie and spooky and scary. We were walking to get hot cocoa from the school when suddenly, wha-bam! A big sign got smacked by Ben, but little did he know, the pole holding up the sign smacked him right in the chest. It's amazed. He almost got Steve Irwin.
I don't know.
That will never be okay. That will never be okay.
I'm sorry. I love Steve Irwin. He was my dad.
But Ben claims that Emery and I reopened
He wasn't
It
like
did.
that.
It was
Yeah.
bleeding.
I mean, we kind of did.
The only reason we didn't know it was bleeding is
But
because
he
it was like
deserved
going
it.
through
He
my
was
shirt.
talking crap about a team that obviously destroyed his team.
Yeah.
So I don't really have
We had
So
you on the
good.
first half, not gonna lie.
Yeah, well, I got pretty lucky.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. This
Anyway,
is
can we-
TurdsDay.
Anyway,
Tell your poop story.
let's talk less about football and more about poop. It was a fateful morning. I had to do my business as I usually do. Unfortunately, my poop schedule tells me 10:30 every morning is the morning poop time.
I really thought it was at 9:30.
No, it's moved to 10:30, which
Time
is
change?
terrible because it's right in the middle of my class.
Oof.
So I feel really bad every time, but I'm like, I got to do what I got to do. Anyway, I'm trying to hurry through this poop so I don't miss important details about the Congress of America. When suddenly, a professor walks into the door. How do I know? Because he wears the same old sneakers every day. This professor turns on the sink as I'm dropping a deuce and starts brushing his teeth.
He got like poop particles on his toothbrush. From your turd.
Yeah, I plopped it in. I saw a speck. It got
Ah, nasty.
right onto his toothbrush. No, that's not how that works.
Maybe if you had diarrhea, it is.
I mean, I didn't
You
that
have
day.
diarrhea that decides
It
to
was
leak out the
soft.
toilet?
Don't get me wrong. I wasn't constipated. That's why we gave you guys the shock mount. They just smacked the mic. You guys probably didn't even hear it because I have a shock mount. Love you, babe. She just stuck her tongue out at me. How rude. Anyway, but he was like vigorously brushing his teeth, and then I heard him go, "Whoa!" He like gargled and everything.
He
Nasty.
probably had a class in the next 10 minutes.
Can you hand me that cup of water?
This is like very similar to that story I told you a couple
I'm
weeks
just-
ago
I'm
when I
parched.
was still in the dorms.
He went like this.
Oh gosh. That was impressive.
You're gonna get sick 'cause you drank after me.
I don't care.
Today I can't have my sweat pink eye.
Oh yeah,
So y'all are gonna get pink
I'll tell you what I
eyes.
did. I kiss you on the mouth though.
Nasty.
Raise your hand if you feel uncomfortable.
That doesn't
Just the girls
all
are
the girls.
uncomfortable.
And so Ben's into that kind of thing.
Yeah, Ben's into. Ben is totally into consensual, heterosexual contact.
Oh, he's
Oh.
not gay?
It's fair.
Wow, plot twist.
He is
I
a-
feel personally attacked,
He is a swimmer. I mean, look at him.
and I do shave a lot.
He's got a
Oh
little
my
wet
gosh,
lady
look at
shades.
your thighs. What? No, those ones.
Those,
the calves.
those are not thighs.
It looks like he's got little exercise balls in his calves. He looks like he's got implants.
So weird. Wow.
He put breast implants in his calves
If
so
I
he could
flex
swim
them, they go
faster.
flat.
Are you serious?
It's like
You
a
have zero
plateau.
fat on your freaking body.
I have no fat at all.
It's okay,
Usually-
Becca and
Which
I are
is
laughing
surprising
at
for
you.
The
how-
veins in my arms
Which is
usually stick
surprising
out.
because every time I take this boy to Waffle House, he like packs it down.
I consume the entire restaurant.
They have to rebuild
What?
every time.
I think the record I've eaten in one meal was the All-Star meal, but it was 2 pancakes, double the toast, double the
Hash browns.
double the hash
eggs,
browns,
double the fun, double the
ham,
eggs, double the
and
fun.
3 eggs.
Yeah,
3 eggs done over easy.
I saw him do it. He ate it all.
And that was for
You,
lunch.
you watched him do
You
it.
I
watched
watched him
happen.
do it.
I finished it
So
before he
Jeff-
finished his.
Ew.
Okay, does anyone else have a poop story
You
they
know,
want to share?
I heard that Emery has a great poop story.
I've heard the same thing.
I've heard this story, and it's a doozy. Or should I
A
say, a doozy. Hey, up top. That
All
sucks.
right,
Up top
so-
again. That was better.
That was better. Okay.
I'm really excited.
I'm gonna cry. Okay, so the year was
Oh my gosh!
Oh,
You can't even let your
excuse me.
fiance have 1 second of spotlight. You have to come in and steal
No.
with a burp?
I'm sorry, I couldn't help it.
This burp has been sponsored by Beck's homework that she's doing in the background.
Our friend Beck is doing homework while she listens in. She's going to listen to this podcast on her way home for Thanksgiving.
Beck, a.k.a. Lil Bill.
Hang on. Special... Little Bill? Is that because
Bill
he
was my
has a red
favorite.
hat
Because
backwards?
she has the red hat on backwards.
Okay.
Lil Bill.
Okay,
Yeah, Emery, what's your story?
Okay, real quick. This is for you, Beck. Have a great Thanksgiving.
I love you.
Oh, and now introducing Emery's poop story.
Okay.
Sponsored by Audible.
Do I have to do
Just
the voice?
No.
Okay.
Please don't.
Well, the year was sometime in the 2000s.
2019.
I was probably around 10 years old.
Wait, are you serious?
No, I'm dead serious.
Like it was when you were 10.
Yeah.
And you just now... Okay, continue. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. And I was playing outside with my sisters. And... Okay, I'm going to preface this with, I was a very constipated child. So when I had to go, I don't think I knew how to hold it in. Okay, so I was outside with my...
Okay, but we've all been there.
I have not.
Lucky. Okay, so I was outside with my sisters, probably 10, 11, maybe 12. And we were playing Frisbee or something that I was awful at because it was outside. And I had to go. And I was walking towards the door and I was like, I've got to go inside. And there was a big fat turd all of a sudden in my panties. And it was like a freaking snake. And I just like went in and just like plopped in the toilet. And then one other time I pooped in the bathtub and I was probably like the same age, but it's fine.
Wait. I need clarification. You said it was like a snake.
Yeah.
And then you just plopped it in the toilet. So
Was it a snake or a groundhog? Was it groundhog and was it like going in and out like groundhogging? Like a groundhog sticks his head out of a hole.
No, it was out of me.
So it's just loose in your undies.
Yes.
I didn't even get to ask my question.
It's like a little
I need you
hammock.
to clarify, like, so when you say you turned it into the toilet, did you take off your pants and somehow manage to keep it in your underwear and then just flipped it over?
Yeah, you just like pull down your pants, like sit over there.
It was like playing Super Monkey Ball. She was like balancing it out and then...
You just like flip your panties over and it kaplunk.
Okay, but we've all been there.
Okay, I have not been there.
Well, maybe you should go there.
Maybe
It's a
not.
spiritual experience, you know.
0 out of 10. do not
Personally,
recommend.
I only follow
That was the
one true
closest-
God and don't want to have a spiritual...
That was the closest Emery's ever felt to God.
I don't know. I felt pretty close to him when my sister made me drink my own urine. So. Whoa!
Whoa!
I was a lot younger then. I'm good.
Can you tell that story now? Now I'm curious.
It's not TurdsDay. I mean, it's
Oh,
not
no.
urine
It's
day.
general bathroom. We talked all about
it's
urinals
general
last
bathroom. Okay, I mean,
podcast.
that's a lot shorter story. My sister, who is 4 years older than me, I was probably around 3. I like went to the bathroom and she gets this toy cup that was in our bathtub. She just scoops out my pee and just makes me drink it, and then I vomited. And I'm pretty sure if you drink your own pee like 3 times in your life, it becomes poison. I don't know. I heard
Oh,
that
that's
rumor.
incredible. What's her name and address?
Your mom.
Ooh, original.
Oh.
That's a knee slapper.
I'm sure Haley has
Ow!
a poop story.
Haley, regale us with a poop story. Okay, this is now a tradition. Our guests each
Our
have
guests
to give us a
must
poop
have
story.
to give a poop story.
You hear that, Beck? When you're on the podcast, you got to give us a poop story.
No, I have poop stories that are like, they're not me, they're my siblings.
Oh, yeah, these are good. Yeah, sure.
No.
What?
Has to be about you.
It has to
Oh,
be about
dang.
me.
Has to be about
Has
you.
to.
I don't have any. I really don't have. Like, I'm just pretty good at
Haley does not poop.
No, that's Rachel. Rachel doesn't poop. She doesn't poop.
She poops like every 3 days.
Yes, that's crazy. I
That's not healthy.
I mean, I guess.
I poop every day at 10:30.
Rachel's gonna explode like.
She's gonna explode when she's 30.
Yep.
It's the Kim Jong-un situation from last week. all over
It's
again.
Kim Jong-un. Adam's gonna have to report on it, bro.
Can you just text me? Because I don't know what you're saying.
Beck's trying to like communicate
Well-
through telekinesis,
Well, I just.
and her knees aren't even
I
showing,
really
so I don't know
don't
how that's
know.
gonna work.
I don't know what I poop stories.
I don't know, but you need to think of one so you can share your sibling ones.
Because
Yo, this is a
later.
pretty boring podcast so
No,
far.
this
We
is-
need to spice it up.
Could I tell my sibling
Oh,
poop
have you ever
stories?
had a spicy poop?
What is that?
I'm sure Jeff has had one.
While she's thinking of her story, I got a story.
You ever had,
please
you ever
share.
had poop like scratch your butthole on the way out?
You're right.
I mean-
Never mind.
I mean, doesn't that happen
that's
every
just
time?
a general
I mean,
thing,
like it's
though.
like shark poop,
But that's a good point.
and then you
Okay,
gotta like.
I have a
Oh.
question about poop.
Yeah.
This is not really my story.
Yeah, go for it. What's the question?
But-
We can answer it. This is the TurdsDay podcast. After
Great.
all.
So this is it's not really a turd day. Like it's not cool. Like
Yeah.
you taking a dump and Mason taking a dump, or
I mean, that
your
was
teacher
pretty
brushing
cool.
your teeth. Like I really don't have one of those because I'm
Okay.
a normal pooper. Except for sometimes I get constipated,
Okay.
and when I poop, it's so big that it tears, and so there's a teeny little drop of blood. And is that common for males?
Oh yeah, that happens to me sometimes.
Like sometimes, or
I was actually gonna ask that. Okay, it depends on the amount of blood, obviously.
okay, it's just it's a tear. It's not that much blood.
Yeah. Your
Too much
butt,
blood
I
means
think
it's
your
not talking
butthole is
about.
like super similar to like your nipple in that like it
What?
if it gets like a cut on it,
It's
it
like an inverse nipple.
no. Like she's looking at her nipples right now. Like here's the thing, like it's similar to the nipple in that if it gets cut, it will recover abnormally quickly, like compared to the rest of your body, like super quick. And like that's why you don't need to like if your butthole gets cut like that, say you ate a baby carrot, and like
Did you not chew the baby carrot?
yeah, you like a shard is in your tummy and it doesn't get digested right.
I
And
don't
then-
think that happens, hun.
Okay,
Unless
I'm
it's
using
corn.
baby
That's
carrot
pretty
as an
soft.
analogy, like
Okay.
some other food that doesn't digest well, like corn. So you have a sharp piece of corn.
Wow, what kind of corn are you eating?
Popcorn.
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 Thank you, Ben. You eat yourself a fat
Whole
piece of
kernel.
popcorn. You eat yourself a fat whole kernel piece of popcorn. You swallow it whole like a freaking horse pill,
Uh-huh.
and then it poops up your pooper. It gets cut. It doesn't get infected.
I mean, there probably are stories of infected buttholes.
I'm sure, but like in general,
Yes,
they're
I've
pretty.
looked at them for medical terminology.
Ah.
Oh yeah, you
Yikes.
look at STD penises on the reg.
Oh,
Anyway,
okay.
so this just in from our very own Beck, who is
no.
communicating.
Whoa, you said her last name. You're Are you doxing her right now? What's her address?
You're
It's-
talking about Little Bill over here.
You're talking about
Sorry,
Little
sorry.
Bill? Are you trying to
Sorry,
dox
we
Little
just
Bill?
gotta
right?
restart.
Hold
You
on.
can
If you
cut
try
that
and dox
in
Little Bill,
1, 2,
I will personally come to your house. I'll steal your wreath and then I'll pee on it.
Holy crap.
That's all.
I mean, crap can't be holy. Anyway, this just in from Beck.
Unless you ate Swiss cheese.
She said that your butthole is the same kind of skin as your lips.
That's what it was.
Ah.
And so I was gonna say, because I'm not gonna have this conversation. Never mind. So, have you guys ever had hemorrhoids?
No.
I don't know what that is.
Isn't that just for like old people?
I just realized that I've asked this question courtesy of Beck, and I have no idea what I'm asking.
What's the difference between a hernia and a hemorrhoid?
This is Beck's scientific
Okay.
snippet.
I actually know about hernia.
Okay, why
Only men can have hernias, right?
No.
Oh.
No.
Never mind.
Hernias are just a tear in your intestine.
Wall, and it's an anterior
So-
abdominal wall, and then your intestine pops out.
Yes.
So
that's
only
it.
men can have
The intestine.
hemorrhoids.
Okay.
Nope, never
No,
mind. I've been informed
no.
that I am
I
terribly
It's like
wrong.
really
a-
hope that I get a text and
What's a
explain this.
hemorrhoid? Beck, what's a hemorrhoid? Here, come close to the mic.
Yeah,
Come here.
this is called Beck's scientific
hang on.
snippet.
Guest
and Jeff will
starring
put in
Beck-
some fancy
Beck.
stuff.
All right, so hemorrhoids are swollen and inflamed veins in the rectum and anus that cause
Ew.
discomfort and bleeding.
Is it connected to
I've never had
prostate
this.
cancer?
They're usually caused from straining during bowel movements, obesity, or pregnancy.
Yo,
Well,
I'm gonna
I'm
have so many
that's
freaking
good.
hemorrhoids when I get
Okay,
older.
so Jeff takes about like 40 minutes to take one dump.
That's
All right,
true.
look, you can't rush art. Wait, it means I'm not straining because I'm not rushing it.
But
So really, I'm probably in the clear.
I think there's something wrong with you.
And you still said yes.
I didn't know how long it took you to
so my question is, do you wipe with one? How many fingers do you wipe with? Think about it. It's a legit question. And do you fold? Are you a folder or are you a crumple?
Oh,
Oh.
folder.
Okay, it depends on the situation. If it's like terrible, like okay, if it's like if I'm sitting at home, I fold all the way because that's good toilet paper. But if it's like the cheap toilet paper that comes with like giant
Like
rolls,
one
like
ply?
yeah,
I
like
still fold.
I semi-fold, semi-crumple if I'm like in a hurry. Those aren't gonna fit you.
Ben, do you crumple?
I just do whatever I have to do to get the job done.
He just does his
It
duty.
doesn't
that's all.
matter if it's crumple or
You
folding.
said duty.
I said duty. I'm pretty sure Ben had a poop story he was going to tell.
I did have a poop story. It's not my poop story, but it's an old poop
Here
story.
comes Ben's
An
poop
old
story.
Wait,
what time frame?
older
Are we
than
talking
everything that was,
1800s?
like, 2000s.
Oh, this is well older. This is
1800s.
like
Okay, being a baby doesn't
this
count
is
then,
like
everyone.
no this
Civil War?
is this is 1950s. This came straight from my grandparents.
Oh, this
Oh.
isn't your poop. Wait, I thought we were allowed to tell other people's
You
poop.
just have to tell
I've
your
given
own.
Okay,
I've
listen,
given my
hold
poop
on,
story in the
hold on.
past.
Guests aren't allowed to tell other people's poop stories because we need their unique poop story from themselves.
Wait, what about
If you come back, if you give us a good poop story here, and you come back, then you can tell one about your siblings.
No,
you have
I'm
to have
pretty
at least
sure
one.
that's not how it works. I'm pretty sure
No,
you have to tell your own, and then once you've done that,
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
I've told mine
on
in
the same
past, though.
episode.
No. On the podcast.
What is that, a peacock?
All right, Ben's
All right, Ben,
story.
old poop.
All right, so
Hold up. Is this the oldest poop story to date on the podcast?
this is the oldest poop story today on the podcast.
All right.
So it was my grandmother's brother. They grew up in Tullis, Louisiana, which at this time was really big to do with oil. I think there's like an oil boom going through the town. Oil boom going through the town. So they lived back out in the woods, and it was about 5 or 6 siblings, and there were like 3 boys, 3 girls, or something like that. I can't really remember. But one of the uncles, when he was probably about 10, probably between 10 and 13, was out in the woods. I say out in the woods, it's like on the edge of the woods, but probably pretty close to their house,
Was it
judging by the
at
story.
the edge of the woods?
Wait, what?
You just said at the edge of the woods. I want
Well-
to know, where does the edge of the woods lead to? This is an important question.
The edge of the woods is like the yard. Okay, so like it's like there was their house, and then they had like a yard, and then where the woods like began was like the edge. So like
Okay.
the tree line, pretty much. So he was outside, and he was gonna be a boy. He had to take a dump. He was like, you know what? I'm gonna climb a tree, straddle a branch, and see what happens when it falls.
Ew.
So he climbs this tree, and it's probably, I think, about like 20 feet up, straddles the branch, starts doing his business. Well, unknown to him, my grandmother was walking by.
Were they? Wait, did they
She
know
wasn't.
each other?
She
at
wasn't
this
walking.
Point?
She wasn't. Wait, what?
Did they know each other at this point?
It was his sister. It was my
Wait.
grandmother's brother was
Oh,
doing
I
it.
thought you were talking
We
about
thought-
your grandpa,
okay,
your
no,
grandma,
no,
or siblings.
we thought you were talking about your grandpa.
No,
We thought you were about straight up from Alabama, bro.
no. This was the dude doing his business in the tree was my grandmother's brother when he was about
Gotcha.
12.
your
Okay.
great uncle.
My great uncle,
Well,
yes.
did they know each other?
I mean, they were. My
No, they didn't.
Okay.
no.
Okay.
So he's doing his business in the tree. She's walking through the yard, not under the tree, not to be confused, because that'd have been a disaster. But she's walking past. Well, she didn't see him because he was up in the tree, but he didn't want to be seen. So instead of just letting her pass, he yells, "Mary Jane, don't look." Well, when you're walking in the yard,
No.
when you're walking through the yard and you think you're the only one outside, and all of a sudden you hear your name, first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna look in the direction it came from. So my grandmother immediately like stopped and looked straight up in the tree to see my great uncle straddling the branch. And
What was he doing while he was straddling?
oh, he was dropping mud pies from like 20 feet off the ground. So I've heard that story several times at family reunions.
Did it just like splatter so far? What did happen when it hit the ground?
I didn't ask. I was I was too busy laughing at the fact that
You're a male and you didn't ask about the poop?
I mean I was laughing pretty hard. It was
Okay.
pretty. I didn't think to ask. I can ask next time. I mean it's almost
Please
Thanksgiving.
do. I'd like to
Yeah,
know.
we'll have an update on that.
I'll,
Did you know that's actually how the Germans bombed Great Britain in World War II? They had little Hitler clones, and they were dropping deuces out the bomber bay doors.
That sounds like crap to me. I think he's trying to pull my leg here.
No, dude, just check history books, bro.
Do you think at one point someone was flying in one of those planes, had to use the bathroom so bad, and just said, like, hey, can you open the bomb bay doors real quick?
I'm sure.
And just let one fly
Yeah, that's just called dumping the poop out.
out of the plane?
Yeah, it's like when you have like the chamber pots on a ship.
Yeah, that's why birds are dying so quickly.
Actually,
Hits them in the gut.
planes can't planes can't jettison the poop that the passengers have dropped.
What do they?
I mean,
do
I'm
for
sure
it?
people who like crash in planes ate each other's poop to survive.
What?
No.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Yeah. Poop is like all the stuff that your body doesn't want, so why don't you just eat it?
Because your body doesn't want it.
Thank
Yeah.
you,
They
Ben.
eat people. So
Okay,
why would
here's
they
the
eat
thing.
poop? Logically.
So what you're saying is people who crash in planes have eaten poop to survive?
I would assume so.
Here's the
Why
thing.
would they immediately go to eating the dead people?
Because
Why would they
it's
go to
better
eating
than- it's
Dogs
more,
eat their
it's,
own poop.
It's more nutritious. Dogs
they're
eat
dogs.
No. When dogs eat their own poop, it means that they're not digesting their food properly. That's like actually like scientifically what it means.
Because they all eat
Yeah. Most dogs do because they don't digest like dry food properly, just in general. But anyway, you can actually give them like goat milk to help with that.
This is
That's what my
turned into like a
mom does.
veterinary like this.
But anyway, like I would go for the dead people because like I gotta survive. Actually, I would go for like whatever they were serving in the.
Where's this plane crashing?
Yeah, where are we?
I
Are we
don't
like
know.
in the
I'm
Himalayas?
just logically speculating. Whether to where
Give
they
us a
use it.
give us a hypothetical.
Okay, for example, there was a rugby team a while ago that, like, they crashed, and so they resorted to ending up eating each other, and only 3 members survived. And my
Why did
question,
they eat the rugby balls? That's basically like beef jerky.
because they didn't, because it wasn't like their rugby personal plane; it was just a plane that crashed. So my question, no, don't give them the water; it's gonna make weird noises.
Oh, I just want to drink. I'm thirsty.
My question is just like logically saying, like, they obviously ate people. So
Right.
why
Right.
would they just eat the food first?
Because that's nasty.
Okay, but eating people is nasty.
Well,
Okay, but,
maybe
like,
he-
no,
I'm
for
just
real.
kidding. I'm just kidding.
Oh my
For
gosh.
real,
Very
eating people is more nutritious. It's you're
It's
gonna
not,
survive.
though.
You're already in a survival
They had to
situation.
make rules on what parts you could eat and not eat. They didn't eat the woman. They only ate the men. There's
Well,
like
that's just sexist.
well, no, it was
That's
because,
that's
like,
not
there's
equality.
parts on a woman that men
Imagine
would not,
dying,
that
looking
should
at
not
all
eat.
your friends like, I know you're about to
Like
eat
what,
me.
the boobs?
Yeah,
You ain't gonna eat some. But
It
what
was
about
like a
what about like the
social-
arms?
like humans can't function without social rules, and so this rugby team literally made social rules.
That's crazy. I've heard that human flesh tastes like lamb.
I mean, you're the
heard
cannibal.
from who?
There were like okay. I like rather dark YouTube channels. They're
Of
really
course you
interesting to me. Like and then true crime stuff, that kind of thing. Everybody might not know that about me. She thinks I'm an ex-murderer now. Oh, she just took the ring off. It's already on her bedside stand. We're recording this in Emery and Beck's room, by the way. Hey, Beck.
Great.
Way to rat us
No,
out.
Okay,
We're gonna
okay.
get arrested.
I know. Sorry. We're recording a podcast. It's
They're
not
gonna think
loud.
your voice is just so attractive, and they're gonna come kill you.
Okay. Anyway, so there was a guy who was like fascinated with like what does human flesh taste like, and so like he tried like imitation and all of that until finally like some sketchy dude at a mortuary or something like that like got him a fresh like car crash victim's leg.
No.
And he said
Wait,
it
this
tasted-
was real?
This is real, and he said it tasted like veal
Why
or
would he?
lamb.
Why would he? It was a fresh car
I-
crash. I have so many.
And they didn't. They did.
I-
The family didn't want the remains.
So he just
The
ate it.
police would not let them take.
It was shady. The dude. He
Part
paid.
of
He paid the dude like $500.
That's freaking black market stuff, which apparently is not a website online. I learned that 3 years ago.
It's not a website.
Did you
online.
literally try to Google black market?
No,
You couldn't
I
even find
well,
stuff?
I
okay,
almost
She
did
tried to-
because I didn't need anything.
She
from
tried
it.
to go to the dark web. She tried to.
Wait, I'm just
Incognito.
confused on
She
why.
went on incognito.
She
mode,
literally
tried to go
just-
to the dark
Like,
web.
I get like
Incognito.
if it's survival mode, I feel I don't know. I probably would just like kill me, bury my body. 'Cause I wouldn't eat a human.
Oh, straight
but, like,
up. No,
But
straight
people
up.
literally they like there's cannibals. They like human meat. There was an entire episode on Bones of this guy keeping human bodies. In
That's
his
all real
freezer.
stuff. Bones is real.
Bones is not real.
What?
Oh my gosh.
What are you talking about?
You're breaking his heart.
Not.
Did you know dogs? Did you know dogs lick us because we have bones inside us and they want them?
Oh my gosh.
So you're saying that me laying on my floor at home is a really bad idea because all
Your
four of my
dogs,
are
if you
trying
fall
to
asleep, your
eat
dogs
me.
will devour you like wolves,
Yeah,
like their
Gretchen told me that.
ancestors.
But guys have more bones than girls, so they'll eat
That's
you
the
first.
boners.
Yeah. Thank you for getting that.
Okay, go.
Nice. Oh yeah, classic boner joke right there. Yeah. Let's give him a hand, Ben. That was a good
That's
one.
so loud.
That was a good one. Oh, it's louder on here.
Yeah,
Trust
it's-
me.
They
Um,
can't make
so-
jokes about us, though, 'cause we're females. Because we get offended.
Did you guys ever watch Lost Tapes growing up?
No.
I
Dang
watched
it.
it. We talked
It
about
was
this.
super
We
scary.
talked
We
about
talked
this
about it
last
last
week.
time. I was trying to see if we could connect with them, but apparently the fairer sex is not a connoisseur of Lost Tapes.
Dang.
Thank you. We are fair.
I mean, I'm
freaking
fair.
pale.
I'm white.
That's why Judge Judy's so
Okay.
good at her job, is because she's the fairer sex.
Isn't she?
What are you
Judge
talking
Judy is not
about?
black.
Judy's so
Judge
white.
Judy is
Oh,
not
I don't know.
black.
My dad watches it, not me.
Is
You
he
think-
watching like Judge Pamela?
What are you talking about? How do you get that?
Judy, just stop.
Are you thinking of Aunt Jemima? The
Judge
syrup
Judy's
lady?
been around forever.
Yo, I heard Aunt
Judy,
Jemima
like,
and
it
Uncle
sounds
Ben are
like-
like,
Oh, maybe I'm thinking of Grey's Anatomy where Bailey liked Judy dolls in. Yep. Okay.
What are you
Continue.
talking
I'm gonna put up a
about?
picture just to show you.
Did you know that
Where's the
Judge
psychobabble?
Judy and Dr. Phil are actually a couple?
That's
no,
not
are they
true.
really?
Yeah, they are. No, I'm completely talking
Don't lie
out of my
on this
head.
podcast,
Yeah,
Ben. We
okay,
stand on
we-
virtue and truth.
Ben, we've
Speaking
established.
of, I think
Hold on, we've established liars.
Oh, no
leave.
fibs. All right.
No fibbing.
I'm head out.
All right, leave, Ben.
I'm heading
Okay,
out
well, I think Haley has her poop story.
Wait, why is Ben leaving?
because I told a fib. It's against the rules.
Oh.
Leave.
I'm leaving.
He's gone.
I'm gone.
Great, now Jeff
I'm
lied
back.
and Ben lied, which means, Emery, I think we're supposed to take over this podcast.
All right, we can talk about our crappy boys.
Alright, cool.
We're back.
And there he is.
Okay, what were you saying?
Haley has a freaking poop story. Let her
Okay.
poop her story.
Finally, she has a poop story.
It's about time.
It's about gosh darn time, Haley. All right, regale us on this epic novel of a poop story.
I really can't tell my poop story. There's someone better than mine.
All right,
but
we're
I
at-
guess,
Tell them after.
I guess
We're
I
at
just have
32 minutes and 45 seconds. You have to make this go to an hour.
that's not gonna happen, and you're also gonna have to edit a lot of this, so we have to do like an hour and a half because of just how much crap has been spilled. No pun
Literal
intended.
crap. Yeah.
Hey. that's the
Okay,
name of
so
the-
I guess my poop story is oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm telling this. So I used to work as a behavior technician in the region.
Okay.
And so on my drive home, I have to drive about an hour to 2 hours to meet up with these clients. So it's normally a long drive, and I don't know why, but I had let a person, we aren't going to name names, but talk me into Taco Bell before I went to work.
That was a big mistake right there.
That's why, that was.
You could have just said you went to Taco Bell before work, and everyone, the listener, been like, ooh.
Ooh, I mean, yeah,
Hang on, let's do a collective gasp. 1, 2, 3. Taco Bell.
Why would you do that?
Smells like
Toxic
crap.
hell.
No, I freaking love Taco Bell. Can we get
Oh
some
my gosh,
afterwards?
no.
We can go to
I'm
Taco
seriously
Bell.
hungry.
Is Jeff paying?
Are you paying, Jeff? I'm not paying. I'm poor.
You guys can get $1 tacos.
I'm okay with that.
You can each get 1 Doritos Locos taco.
I'm okay with that.
Okay, so how bad was the crap after this Taco Bell?
Okay,
Continue
so-
your story.
I think
So-
we're okay. After tonight, we're gonna have a collective poop story.
Honestly, I think we need to start a poop chat with our friends. I just think there needs to be a chat that we only speak in when we poop. And you
We can
describe what's
we can
happening.
post.
Jeff
the,
would be chatting with himself.
What if?
Yeah.
Like
All
every
right.
hour.
So but this chat, it would be like you either
You
told
can't
stories
talk
in
unless
the.
we pooped.
Rachel
What
would
if-
never be able to talk.
I know
Like
she-
that.
What
Poor
if you did the chat, but you can only tell a story of what happened when you pooped, or you could
You have
only
to tell
you could only
location.
talk in the chat
Like I just took a
if
dump
you were
and
currently
it's still-
pooping.
That.
Well,
So the only time you can send
I'd
a message
say-
to it is you're currently
I think
in.
that's a great idea.
Unless you're telling the story you can't get to your phone while you're pooping.
So you
Sometimes,
tell it right after.
believe it or not, sometimes I don't bring my phone to poop.
I
Sometimes-
don't believe you.
I always bring my
Sometimes
phone
I
to
I'm
think
poop.
moment.
that's a lot more sanitary. I should be telling my story. Anyway, back to me.
Yes.
All right.
So as I was driving, I felt this burning sensation in my intestines, and I was like, "This is
Oh.
not gonna be good." I had 30 minutes left of this drive, okay, and I'm in the middle of nowhere. Am I allowed
Yeah.
to say the state?
Sure.
Nowhere, Arkansas. I'm in nowhere, Arkansas.
I thought we were in. Let's spell out.
LOT.
LOT.
No,
I'm in nowhere.
let's spell out the
LOT.
real name of the state. Everyone go around.
L
P.
That doesn't even work together.
No,
You don't even
okay,
work together.
I'll start
You're right.
I'll start
Oh,
it.
yeah, I don't know how to spell. Sorry. Go
B.
ahead.
Oh my gosh, you. Just pick a letter.
I thought we were going that way.
Well-
Okay, fine. We're going this way. B.
You.
T.
E.
L.
Wait, what was your letter?
G.
Oh, so Buttle. No, that's the end of the state.
We're in Buttle.
We're in Buttle.
Middle of
Anyway,
nowhere,
so
Buttle.
I'm driving. And I have this really bad problem, and I don't know if my friends have picked up on it, but I talk to myself and give myself encouragement
How do I not know
Wow,
this?
you encourage yourself. What a terrible
I do.
person you
So
are.
as I'm feeling
Were you like
drowning-
driving like,
You're
I can hold it, I can
Wait,
hold
okay,
it, I can
we're
hold
at
it.
a really good part of the story. She just said her poop is crowning.
Say again.
my poop is like crowning. Like
So, you're prairie dogging.
I don't like that term, but yes.
You're
Technically,
prairie dogging.
I'm prairie dog, and I'm literally like I'm doing Kegels right
Oh
now.
my gosh.
To like, well, not right now.
Right now,
I
right
could
now.
right now if I wanted to, but I'm not. They look confused. They don't
Yep.
know what Kegels are. We'll get into that. We'll get into afterwards.
We'll do that
Or Ben,
after.
remind me. I'll explain
Alright.
to Kegels what Kegels are. Anyway,
He's tattooing it on his arm. Okay, he's got it tattooed on his
Okay.
arm. He'll remember.
so anyways, we're about 15 minutes left of this drive, so I've been encouraging myself in the past 15 minutes to just hold it because I can't do it anymore. It hurts. It literally, the Taco Bell is destroying my stomach at this point. Do not put this on pals. Anyway, so then as I'm driving, I moved the microphone again. As I'm like driving, I'm also an arm person, so I'm doing a lot of arm movements. But I'm driving down this curve.
Wait, is this microphone on mute?
No,
Is it flashing?
no.
No.
Then you're fine.
Yeah, I
Okay.
can hear us. That's why I like listening to myself. It's like
Okay.
a good feedback.
It's relaxing.
It is very relaxing.
I thought I had
I've
told my
never
story for nothing.
realized that listening to my own voice could be relaxing until now. So I'm self-centered. Sorry. Okay, so I get to this like curve, and it's like I can either try to make it the last 5 minutes of school, or I can get to the McDonald's and just let it rip in this bathroom. Okay, and this is obviously so embarrassing for me, and I hate this because it's like 2 years ago. But so I'm like, I have to go to McDonald's. And I'm one of those people who believes like you shouldn't go into a restaurant without paying for something.
Right.
But I had to go that bad. So I ran into the bathroom, ripped down my pants. There was a little drop of poop in my pants already. And I didn't check to make sure there was no one else in the bathroom. Because
Wait, you ripped down your pants before you got to the stall?
No. I mean,
I can just imagine just like as soon as the door closes, you're just like dropping the pants, and you look up and there's this like 10-year-old just
Oh
watching
my
it in
gosh.
horror.
No,
Like,
no,
what
it
the
gets
is
better.
going on?
Boy,
No,
you
she
ran
sits
into
on
the
the
wrong
toilet and
mistake.
then realize, oh crap, there's someone here on the toilet with me.
no.
I pooped into a stranger's
I'm a
lap.
very self-conscious peer/pooper. I don't
Okay.
like going to the I literally, even if Riley's in the bedroom, I will hold it or come upstairs here and go to the bathroom because
Nice.
you two are always in the living room. Like, you think I'm just coming because Riley's in the bathroom? No, I'm literally because, like, I'm that self-conscious. Anyway, I normally check. I normally check before I poop or pee because in public
This is
restrooms.
emergency.
It's an
You have a
emergency.
drop
I
in
don't
your
have
pipe.
time.
You
So
have
I
a
was
drop
in
in
the
your
stall
We're
with
at
the door
DEFCON
locked,
1.
and I just let it rip, and it doesn't sound good. I mean, I
Nice.
ate Taco Bell, and then all of a sudden, I hear this innocent, cute little voice go. I can't even say it. Ah! Okay, it goes, Mommy, I think a guy is in here. And I being me, just flushed, wiped, and I waited
You
till
flushed before you wiped?
I wiped, flushed, whatever. And then the little kid left with his mom, or her mom. I'm not entirely sure. Boys and girls are confusing at that age. Anyway, I would just like to explain that this is the only time I can remember where this has happened to me. And I swear I'm normally really good about where I poop and pee.
Mhm. Well,
She almost always does it in the toilet.
Yes,
Okay,
almost
well,
always. I
again,
did
this
lay
is a
some poop by someone's truck earlier.
this is a turd positive podcast. So let's celebrate this story. Okay.
Oh my
Um,
goodness.
don't-
By yes. No. The fake poop was by someone else's truck.
Wait, so there's two different stories. There's a fake poop story and there's a
Well,
real poop story. Like you
there's
actually
a prank
put.
poop story.
I know about one.
I have a poop story later for something that happened to me.
All right, but hold on. This is important. Are you saying you actually like put real poop outside someone's vehicle?
I'm saying I made fake poop and put it outside someone's vehicle.
Okay, because I remember hearing about
She
that.
dropped
Yeah.
trout and just like.
See, as I can't really explain to you what the text I just got, but that's never happening. Because that would require me to show my butt to have.
Hey, you might get drunk sometime. And I'll
Okay,
just
we've
leave
already
you there.
established that I can't say that. Because I don't get drunk, I could have went back to school. Anyway,
Good for you.
I would have to show my butt to campus. And,
Wait, who? What?
I mean...
Haley? Why? Why do you guys make me work
Just
so hard?
read the text.
I literally have to.
Okay, so Beck says I should poop in a bag and then dump it by your truck. But I was
Why-
saying...
You don't
I
want a
couldn't-
truck? Do you want a
I
truck?
do want a truck.
How
You see me?
small?
You see me driving the
Ben
truck.
is it's
I'm
a
not.
small truck.
Yeah,
so
you have. You've seen him pick me up.
Oh,
Okay.
it's like a little
All right.
like farmer truck.
We are
No,
currently
it's
at truce in our
definitely
prank war, but I swear to God, if I walk out and find a bag of crap.
Hey, no, listen,
Sorry,
listen.
Bring morals down. And
No.
you're already compensating enough, so it's fine.
You
Wait,
guys,
what?
Wait, what?
I missed that. I literally missed that entire sentence.
Jeff
You
is
guys
talking.
are fools. Tupperware, poop in Tupperware. So you don't have to smell it until poop, and then you dump
Okay,
it, and
but I'm
then
not doing
boom.
And then you throw that Tupperware away.
Oh,
you
absolutely.
nasty.
No, he gives it to you to wash. And
Or
puts
you
it
open the
chocolate,
or
but
you
no.
open the Tupperware, slide it under the truck, and walk away. And they're like, "What's that smell?"
Jeff's fart, Ben's fart. What other one you ever did?
What?
The weed outside.
Or you
No,
just
I'm
dump it
saying
in
that's
their
what they
car.
say when they get to the truck. They're like, "What's that smell?" Because there's poop under the
I mean, the
truck.
fake poop I made smelled really bad, and it was chunky.
Did we ever hear what happened with that?
I looked at it today, so
It's still there.
it got run over.
Man probably ran it
It
over.
looks really, really bad.
Did he ever figure it? Did he ever see it?
Someone
No,
is-
I think Matt saw it. I just don't think it registered. It looked like animal poop because Ben and I were hyperventilating earlier because we were laughing so hard. when
Oh,
we were
I
at
was
Alright,
I was
poop
bent
dude.
over, just like
Yeah,
my
poop
abdomen
dude.
was cramping.
It was my calling card.
Hashtag poop dude.
Hashtag poop dude.
Hashtag poop dude.
Hashtag
Make it go
poop
viral.
Poop poop.
Speaking of poop dude,
You are the poop dude.
I've got a story here, Ben.
Uh,
Let me regale you.
what?
One
I
day.
feel like I'm about to be involved in this story, and I don't know.
All right.
Am I involved in this
I
story?
came home from vacation. One glorious winter break.
Sorry. Go.
Did you burp or fart? That sounded much like a fart.
I burped.
Okay.
It was
I'll take your
it was
word on
very
it.
baby. I don't fart.
But anyway.
I sparkle. What?
I don't think that's anatomically correct. Anyway, picture this. I go off on an airplane to come home from vacation. I've just had a wonderful, refreshing vacation. And suddenly, as the plane starts descending, my right ear don't feel so good, man.
Wait,
Your
your
right
right
ear?
ear?
My
your
right
rear?
ear
Right
don't
ear,
feel
okay.
so good. In fact, it feels like my eardrum is about to pop.
Because you're.
Somehow I made it through the landing, thankfully. I go home. I drive back to school. And lo and behold, I still don't feel good. Like, everything feels wonky with my sinuses. So I go to sleep in my boxers, as I always do. I sleep in my
Oh,
boxers.
you're a boxers man, not briefs?
Oh, absolutely.
Ben, what about you?
Boxer briefs.
It depends. I go back and forth.
Briefs are gross.
I can't just do boxers because like they're too baggy, too much like wiggle room. You gotta have boxer briefs because briefs then you get chafing up on your thighs together. It's nasty.
Is it constricting? I feel like that and like
Boxer briefs.
No briefs. Briefs. I feel like
Briefs
they
aren't.
constrict.
They're not really constricting if you get the right size. It's just like they chafe.
Okay.
Like if you
have the
walk,
problem with
especially
chafing.
yeah, for
Boxers
sure.
have the problem like if you're like, especially if you're sleeping, like they start to like twist.
Yeah.
On your body, it starts to
They're
like.
too
squeeze.
loose.
You know, Ben, if you really like briefs, I bet you'll enjoy that underwear we left for you in your apartment.
Ugh.
That's another story. We'll talk about the prank
I
war
threw
that's
that
going on.
away.
All right, Beck,
But I swear I will drag that out of the bottom of hell to get back at y'all if I
Hey,
have to.
hey, Jeff, you
Okay,
can go
listen,
now.
listen. But anyway, I decided to take a nap because it's mid afternoon and I'm waiting basically for the next day for the doctor on campus to see me.
Is this
You're making this so difficult.
Haley I will kick you out of the podcast. You need to stop naming names.
By the
So-
time we're done like cutting things in this podcast, Haley's gonna realize she says like one thing, and it's gonna be that story she said a minute
Yeah.
ago, and that's the only thing
Yeah.
you're gonna hear.
Like,
the entire
literally, I
podcast.
have to listen to all of this now and pick out the parts where you, like, mention names. Okay, anyway.
That's so well.
Anyway. I wake up and something doesn't feel quite right.
You pooped your pants.
I didn't
You
poop.
pooped your bed.
I didn't just poop my pants.
Oh my god.
I diarrheaed my pants.
So
In your sleep.
In my sleep, I
It just leaked out.
I shart.
I don't know that word.
It was the worst feeling in the world because, like, okay, so you know, in your dream, do you ever have dreams
just-
where? Okay, listen. Do you ever have dreams where it's like you feel like you peed?
No.
Or
But-
you
but
have
you
to,
didn't
like, you have a
actually.
dream like you have to pee really bad, and you
Yes,
finally get
and
to
you wake
pee,
up and
and then you
you really
wake
have
up and
to
you
pee.
pissed
No,
yourself.
No.
I've had that
You
happen
lost
before.
me.
No. I've had dreams where like I felt like I peed, and I'm like about to wake up, and I'm like, oh crap, I peed myself, but I didn't actually pee myself. Like I've never peed myself for a long time.
Oh my
It was like
God.
that, but I knew I have pooped myself.
Butchered it.
It was bad.
Wait, was
Like-
that?
I have a question. It is current.
This was like 2
wait.
years ago.
Okay, so a couple questions. One, what was up with the ear? How did that relate?
So it was a ear infection, a severe ear
Two.
infection.
So this was like 2 months before we started dating. That's what I just.
No, this
found
started
out.
a year before we started
Oh.
dating.
I remember you complaining of ear infections like right before we started dating. After that.
No,
Went
because
to
I had
bed.
another ear infection. Once your ear gets infected once, it keeps getting
Okay,
infected. It's
so
easier to be
You
infected.
didn't poop yourself like when you were 20. It was when you were 19. So
Yeah.
it's okay.
Oh, good. 'cause
Yeah,
that's so
for sure,
much better.
for
Good,
sure.
Good.
But anyway,
Sorry.
it might have actually been like right out because it was that winter break. It might have been right after my 20th birthday.
Gosh, you're old.
So it was right before we
Thanks.
started dating.
It might have been. Anyway,
Oh,
anyway,
You did. The guy still poops his pants. Congrats.
it's true. Thank you.
fun. At least I stopped when I was like 12. Okay.
Okay, yeah, you're right. But this was a special
Thought you
occasion
said
because
10 earlier.
everything was just awful. Like, you know when you get sick and it's like you don't even remember what it's like to feel well, and it's just like everything's miserable and you just want to die.
Yeah.
And it was just that. It was the worst probably I've ever felt in my life. And it was just a moment where I was like, I've pooped myself and there's just nothing I can do about it. So I hobbled in I wallowed in the bathroom because it's still in my pant or my boxers.
How? How did it not pull out?
It was diarrhea.
Boxers
Boxers have gaping holes.
Four of them.
in the butt? No,
Four of them.
What, the two legs, the hip, and the pee-pee?
they're boxer briefs.
There's no hole.
They're boxer briefs. Yeah, there are. There's like a zipper hole.
Yeah, it's like you
Kinda
just
thing.
rip it out and go pee.
Yep.
Or do other stuff.
Wait. What do other stuff? Do
Yeah.
men just engage in actions with their
I don't know. I am
No!
not a man.
Okay,
This
listen.
whole thing went off the rails.
Y'all need to stop talking about penises.
Haley's about to have a new poop story.
No, I'm gonna pee.
Oh.
Okay, listen. Haley's gonna miss the story.
No, I can hear all I pee.
All right, I'll bring the mic up and listen to you.
Ew.
Here's a little visualization of Haley peeing. I'll add sound effects in later. We're just gonna wait for you, Haley. You want me to talk
My
over
laugh
it?
is like a freaking
You're gonna miss my story. Okay,
Wait, no, you have to explain. There's 4 holes, right?
one for your waist,
Yeah.
2 for your legs, and then 1 for your pee
So
pee.
yes,
Yeah.
4. Okay.
Yeah. But anyway, none of the holes are like at your butt.
But okay, diarrhea drips, does it not?
Yeah, that's why I did like this action. I like girded my loins.
What?
I like it's a biblical term. You gird your loins like for battle. So you can run. But I girded my loins and hobbled over to the bathroom and like dropped trow, finished pooping, and I just like basically like flung as much poop from my
No!
boxers that I could
Oh.
get into the toilet.
Please tell me you threw these away.
Oh, I threw them away. I burned them. I didn't burn them actually, but that was the first thing that I
You were
threw out.
very, very careful about
I
discarding them quickly.
very carefully folded them so that like the poop was farthest away, like many folds away. Dropped it in the trash, and once I
You put it in the trash, not the toilet?
What?
no. The
Oh, the
boxers? Yeah, I threw my boxers down the toilet, Haley. And then once I showered, so my butt didn't have any poop on it anymore,
Uh-huh.
and got a clean pair of boxers on, I brought it down to the trash and threw it out.
Good.
So
Along with your pants and the...
I wasn't wearing any pants,
Oh, yeah. Okay. You're a boxer's guy.
and it didn't get onto the sheets, thankfully. Somehow it didn't
Wait,
get into the
so
sheets.
Haley
Please
has
tell me
joined
you
us
changed
now.
the sheets anyway.
I did change the sheets. I definitely washed
I
the
got
sheets.
really nervous when you said, but
It was
didn't
like
get
it
on
was the beginning of the
sheets.
semester, so I had like an
Gonna
extra
have,
pair of sheets.
particles like his professor's toothbrush.
Yeah.
Or particles on his sheets.
Yeah. So that was the pooped myself story I have.
I actually, when you mentioned had like a plane, I
Who
used to ride on a
asked
plane.
you?
Okay, I
Go
should know
ahead.
this.
Go ahead.
I have a poop story. It's about me that actually happened on a plane.
Oh my gosh.
It was.
You've flown on a plane before?
I have flown on multiple planes before.
What?
It's pretty fun. Anyway, all right. So
I'm
was-
not impressed
What?
with what?
with you.
Cover that hole! No! Ew, what? Is that what that sounds like?
Yes, please.
Okay, Jeffrey is showing his belly button and slapping it, but his belly button's a freaking cave.
There's little cave mice in there.
Okay, did we ever figure out what that dark black thing within his belly button
It was
was?
lint.
He's giggling about his belly button now.
You know what's great is like Jeff is rubbing his belly button on Beck's bed. It's
Not
not
the
even
same.
It's
Beck,
Beck's
you can
bed.
think about this while you sleep tonight.
He literally just wiggles his finger in and
Does
out of it.
that, does that not hurt?
It goes like
no
this.
one- Okay, when you press your belly button, does that not hurt?
No.
If someone else does it, it does.
So bad when I press mine.
It's because you freaking have no meat.
Your belly
It
button's
goes straight to your
infected.
stomach.
Let me see this. Try
Oh my
it.
gosh, you can see the bottom of your...
Let me see.
I can't sit up and show you.
Yeah, you can. Oh.
Ben, let's see your belly
Ben,
button.
show us your belly button. Now poke into it until it hurts.
Right there. Actually, how far in do you think I can press?
Let me see. Let me see it again.
He's
Let me see it
gonna
again.
puke. I
Bruh,
had
that's
a
a fat
friend in high
belly.
school.
I can put way
Slap
Dude.
your belly button against the mic.
His thing
There you go. That's good.
was if he really liked it when girls would just stick their fingers in his belly button. It gave him pleasure. He's the weirdest guy I've ever met, but he literally would go like, you know, I like it when people touch it. It stimulates this part of me. And I'm like, that's disgusting. What normal person experiences that?
Oh, no, I had a friend who, she had surgery and like that, like
I
they
only-
twisted nerves or something and it did it.
I only enjoy it because it's like a fidget. It's like
Your belly
something to
button's a
do.
fidget.
Yeah.
They sell fidgets.
Yeah, it makes me so
Imagine having
incredibly
all
Hey,
that
let's
happy.
do that in
let's
class
have a
when you're
let's have a
nervous.
little song. Let's make a little song.
I refuse.
Come on,
I'm not making.
stand up and make a song with me with your belly button. 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, belly button, that's for you. Oh, belly button, I'm not a Jew.
There
Okay,
you go.
as a Jew, I'm offended.
Are you a Jew?
I am.
I
I'm
didn't know.
116 Jewish.
116.
Okay,
it still counts.
I-
I'm like a 64th Native American.
I'm
I mean, Megan
1/16
gets
black.
paid by being 116th Native American for scholarships, so
Wow. Do you get a scholarship for being Jewish?
I wish, but I don't mooch.
I thought
I'm not saying Megan mooches. Let's clarify.
Whoa.
I'm not saying Megan's a moocher.
I thought Jews were like rich. That's like a stereotype. That's a
very big
stereotype.
Elena has dealt with that at school because people have asked her, okay, then you're rich. And Elena goes, I'm 1/16 Jewish. That's like
So you're
1/16
1/16th rich.
Yeah, I got like $5 in my bank account. No, wait, Ben took my $5. I don't
I
have
did take your
$5
$5.
anymore.
You took her $5?
I did take
For what?
$5.
Pizza. She
Pizza?
paid him.
Oh.
Yeah, but I feel like as a chivalry thing, he should have been like, it's okay. I was very disappointed.
That's
I think that's called sexism
I don't
and
think it's called sexism.
inequality.
It's called I have standards.
What?
What the hell are you talking about?
I look at Jeff does his own sound effects. He's like, here, let me just add in this sound.
okay. Anyways, let's
It's like
let's talk
every
about the
verb
matter
has
at
new
hand.
segment.
I know.
Let's talk. It's a segue.
Let's talk about what?
Let's talk about the matter at hand.
My butt
Now,
hurts.
listen. Do you believe in Sasquatch?
No.
No.
Ben, do you believe in Sasquatch?
I can't say that I do, but I can't say he doesn't exist.
I can't say he doesn't exist. I will say that every video of him is fake.
Oh, 100%.
I will say that the Finding Bigfoot TV show is all fake and stupid, and everyone on there is an idiot.
I think Sasquatch could exist. I think he might live under the water.
None of the
What?
I'm
thought
not
it was
dumb.
Aquaman.
Okay, fine. The Loch Ness monster.
Just like
Does
Bryce
the Loch Ness
Movie?
monster
Yeah.
exist?
No.
The famous picture of the Loch Ness monster? Hang on.
Okay, well, there's just like
That's epic.
so much under the water that we haven't explored. But like people have freaking gone into the mountains, man.
See, you can't even get a word in edgewise.
I know. Wait, is there
We're
a
gonna get
difference
caught,
between who are we talking about?
Loch Ness monster?
Nope,
Bigfoot?
Bigfoot. No, that's not who you asked.
Sasquatch.
That one.
Sasquatch is Bigfoot.
Okay. Whoa. It's
That's
like
just a
saying
different name.
reindeer is alpaca or whatever the crap.
Caribou.
The other day.
Alpaca?
Okay. Okay.
Okay,
Bigfoot.
Fun fact.
No.
Fun fact: Emery didn't know reindeer
They
were.
don't exist.
They do
They
exist.
do.
No,
They're
they don't.
just,
Yes, they
it's
do.
just
They do
another name
not.
for caribou.
No,
No,
it's
caribou
not.
and reindeer are two very different things.
No, they are. I looked
Yes,
it up on
no,
Wikipedia. Look it up on Wikipedia.
Wikipedia is a liar.
Yeah.
It is not.
Because
It is.
reindeer don't
Have you ever tried to
exist.
change a Wikipedia page? You try and change the smallest, tiniest Wikipedia page, you get banned for life.
I feel like there's a story.
Everyone should donate to the Wikimedia Foundation. If you do
Wikimedia?
Wikimedia Foundation, they do wonderful work
More
and
joke.
they give us lots of knowledge.
They're the same species, but they're different.
Boom! They're the
No,
same
they're
thing.
different.
They're
Boom!
different because one is freaking fictional. Okay.
Caribou are large, wild elk-like animals which can be found in northern America and Greenland and have been domesticated.
One time I found a reindeer outside
Reindeer?
my house. It wasn't real, so I shot it in the face with a shotgun.
Now you're just making fun of me. Okay, Bigfoot.
Fat Daddy
Reindeer
Red
are
got really
smaller
mad.
and were domesticated in northern Eurasia 2,000 years ago. And there's still reindeer found in Eurasia.
Wow.
Eurasia.
What about my Asia?
Okay. Betty
Betty
okay,
White?
No. Yeti, Bigfoot, Sasquatch. Are those all the same?
Yeti's just an Asian.
No, a Yeti
Bigfoot.
is a snow monster.
It's a snow.
Isn't that what
It's
Sasquatch
basically
is?
a
It's
No,
like
snow
a snow
Bigfoot.
Sasquatch is brown, a Yeti is white.
I think they all
Yeah.
live under the water.
They're of the same
They
species.
do.
Why?
Because there's so much of our oceans that we haven't explored. There's probably something that looks like
Bigfoot.
it.
No,
Bigfoot.
there's not.
Yeah.
Okay,
You're
look.
telling me that you are
Bigfoot-
100%
Bigfoot
sure.
is supposed to be like the missing link, essentially. It's like, oh,
The missing link between your mouth and your brain.
That was rude.
And with that,
You
we
hurt my
conclude
feelings.
today's podcast.
No, we're not done with the podcast.
Okay.
We've barely even broken. We're not even broken an hour.
We just
Oh,
broke an hour.
I thought you had like a list
What?
of talking.
We just broke an hour.
Not yet.
What are you talking
We're
about?
a minute away.
No, we're on 59.
That's not an hour.
Oh.
An hour is 60 minutes. What the heck are you talking
I
about?
think he's getting more and more
Okay,
frustrated.
the missing link is the Yeti.
No,
No, listen.
the missing
People-
link is a link. There's a
people
difference
s-
between a link and Sasquatch and a Yeti.
The link.
Oh
no,
my
no, no.
gosh.
Stop. There's supposedly a link between like chimpanzees and humans in the evolutionary chain.
Right.
And the missing link is possibly Sasquatch because it's like stands on 2 feet at all times, that kind of thing.
I
Like,
just
and that's
thought
what people
Sasquatch
think.
Was like a man who just couldn't shave, and then that's the brown
Ah.
one. He's like, oh gosh.
You're thinking of
Oh, no.
Harry and the Hendersons.
No.
It's a movie about Sasquatch that moves in with a family called the
I
Hendersons.
would
Okay.
love to watch this.
Listen, this is my understanding. is that
You ever watch the Super
a
Mario Brothers
Sasquatch
movie?
is brown. I didn't at therapy. Not my.
Wait, what are you? You did?
So the Sasquatch is brown.
Yeah. like scat.
Scat.
That's why they call it the scat watch because it's
But
brown and
a
sticky.
Yeti is white
Yeah.
because he serves ice cream.
Ah!
Monsters Inc.
Oh,
That's
snow
that's
cone.
racist. You're talking about
Ooh,
this is
snow
in
cone
Trump's
sounds so
America.
good.
Brown
And
and
then a
white
link-
people are
A
separated.
link is this weird monkey-looking creature that they made a movie based off of
Oh,
from the Himalayas.
yeah.
But he also is brown, but he's not a Sasquatch.
A link?
Yeah, it's a link.
So is Bigfoot Sasquatch?
Are you talking about a
Bigfoot
lynx?
and Sasquatch are the same thing.
Okay,
But the link
it's
is
different.
Is
and the
this,
Yeti's different.
Yes.
What are you
Okay.
talking about? That's not
I
science.
think the link is okay. Is
No,
any of
the
this
missing
science?
link. I'm talking about the missing link. It's in a species.
Okay, I understand.
It is a species. They made a movie on it. It's really bad.
About the missing link?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did make it. And they
The missing
haven't-
link between chimpanzees and
No.
humans
No,
in the
it's
evolutionary
not
chain.
a link.
That's what the missing link is supposed. That's what it's called.
No, but there's a legit thing called a link.
A lynx?
No.
The cat, the snow
Yeah,
cat,
no,
and
no,
the lynx.
it's
No,
a
but
link.
those
I'm gonna
things
show
are
you. I'm gonna look it
adorable.
up. I'm gonna look it up.
Okay, yes, there are both. Both of y'all are correct.
Jeff is like face palming right now.
It's not, but it's not the same thing. It's not a missing
no.
link.
No, that's what it's
different.
called.
The missing link. The
It's
missing
not
link.
called the missing link,
Yes, it
Haley.
is.
It's called a link.
It's a 2019 movie called The Missing Link.
What are you talking about?
I
Show me
gotta-
this movie. Show me the IMDb.
Yeah, she's legit right, and you're legit right, and you're both legit stupid.
It's called The Missing Link.
Yeah.
It's a legit 2019 movie. Here. Oh wait, no, this is
Hang
my
on.
That recent?
Yeah. So it's
Let me see it.
life.
Give it to me.
I'm giving it to you. I wanted to read the.
Oh, I was picturing like a fish dude from Monsters vs. Aliens.
No. I don't know what that is, but
What?
you're talking about the purple thing.
You were talking like this was an actual like monkey.
No, I
thought you were talking. I thought you were
it's a
thinking
type-
of like the monkeys
it's a
that bathe in the hot springs.
It says we're about to give a shout out to this movie, and hopefully they'll pay us. Just kidding.
They aren't gonna pay us.
But tired of
crap.
living a solitary life in the Pacific Northwest, Mr. Link, who is 8 feet tall and covered in fur, recruits a fearless explorer, Sir Lionel Frost, to guide him on a journey to find his long-lost relatives in the fabled valley of Shangri-La.
Oh my god, that sounds like your origin story, Haley.
See, okay, this is also
Oh my god,
missing
I don't
link.
know my origin story.
This is also the missing link. See? Oh, I completely missed that crap. I'm an idiot. Okay, what?
I said no, my dad left me. I don't have an origin story.
Wow, okay. No, this is the missing link also.
Yeah, from Monsters vs. Aliens.
Thank you.
That.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
see the movie?
Yeah, but I thought you said Monsters Inc. That's why I was like,
Monsters vs. Aliens.
oh my gosh, looking at this stuff.
You're making fun of me, and I'm going to kick you in the balls.
In that movie.
Like, it's Jeff.
Yeah, you're right. Except he wishes he was that muscular.
Except
me see
he's
it.
not. Like, who's that?
Have you seen
No.
the 16th year? No, we need to watch that.
Stop
No,
talking about
we do.
movies. We're still in a podcast.
Okay,
Oh my
yeah,
gosh,
we're
sorry.
talking about movies that are good and
Like what?
podcasts people should watch.
Unlike
The 16 year.
The
16th.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Did you ever see the water horse?
I saw
That
that
was
movie.
good.
Yes.
About the
remember
Loch
that
Ness
movie.
Monster boy.
That's a good movie.
Did it hatch from an egg?
Yeah, it hatched from
Yeah, I
an
saw
egg,
that.
and then I saw it once in
Yeah.
theaters, and never again.
I wonder how.
It
Same.
remains. I don't want to watch it because it remains this weird, vague memory. But I remember it like fondly because my oldest sister brought me to see it.
Aww.
was nice. It was
Just like
great.
the Angry Bird movie.
Oh,
I don't know
really
what you're
movie.
talking
David
about.
Dobrik starred in that movie.
You're thinking Willy Wonka.
Oh, I love Willy
Tiff
Wonka.
brought me to see Willy Wonka, and I cried because it was scary when the girl turned into a blueberry.
No, that is my favorite movie that Willy Wonka starred.
We need to watch the Gene
Willy
Wilder
Wonka's not an
version.
actor.
We need to watch the
Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp. We need to watch the Gene Wilder version, the older version.
Yes, I also
Gene
enjoy
Wilder's-
that one.
Gene Wilder's a really good actor.
So maybe I lied about my favorite Willy Wonka movie because I enjoyed both.
Wow.
Okay, but there's
We were talking about something.
there
We're
was
talking about Bigfoot.
No,
no.
yeah.
There's entirely
Oh, yeah.
before Bigfoot.
Okay, no, that's what it was. He asked if we think he exists, and
Okay.
all of us saying, Jeffrey, do you think he exists?
No, I don't think he exists. I
Wow,
think
just
pretty
this
much every
long?
media about him is fake, but I think he could have existed in the past, and he's gone extinct
I think
now.
it's a giant. Oh,
Okay,
it's,
okay.
It's Goliath.
But listen,
Biblical.
here's a hypothetical for everyone.
Uh-huh.
I love hypothetical.
So you're all, it's late at night. It's
Like now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Haley's
It's
routine.
late at night. You've gone camping.
Mm.
You all turn in for the night. It's a group trip. So there's a girl's tent and then Ben's tent because he's a little lonely. He's a lonely little boy.
Wait,
Oh my gosh.
where do you fit into this show?
I'm not there.
Oh, okay, this is just
It's just
Ben,
girls
the
and
I'm
girls.
not. It's boys and Ben.
Mason's gonna be
The girls
so
and Ben.
jealous because we told him he can come with us on the next girls trip.
This is like.
Okay, fine.
years
Mason's
down the
there
road.
too,
Okay,
Okay.
sorry.
and we're pooping in the same stall.
You
Wait,
are?
no, separate stalls. Excuse me. I got the story wrong. Okay, no. Okay, fine. Mason's there and I'm there. Are you happy now?
Yes.
Okay.
No, because you're there, but continue.
Okay. Wow. Thanks, Ben. Okay, so, we're all camping and we're sitting by the fire, and suddenly we hear,
It's my
and then
tummy.
and then you hear like it sounds like someone like smashes like a branch against a tree. What's your reaction?
Ben! I get mad at him because he tried to scare us.
No, he's sitting right across from
Like,
you.
right.
Wait, is Mason here as well?
Yeah, everyone's here.
Everyone's here.
Everyone's here.
First thought is my dad found me.
Oh God, that's dark.
Well, I was gonna say something, but never mind.
No, say it.
No, I
No,
would.
say
Okay, first I would scream,
Yeah.
then I would cry, and then I'd poop my pants.
Just
And
like
then
when
we
you were
have another
10.
episode of
Big snake.
TurdsDay.
Yep. And then I'd
Would
probably
you throw
pass
the
out.
poop on the fire
Okay.
to deter him from coming?
There was a
around?
fire?
We're sitting around the fire.
In
Are
reality,
there marshmallows?
why does that matter?
No, we ate all the marshmallows.
Oh, okay. Continue.
I would say, in reality, being serious, if that happened, my first reaction would be to jump and be scared. But then
Yeah.
I would grab the closest weapon and probably.
Okay, you grab a frying pan.
She'll
Ben,
protect us.
what do you grab?
The
He didn't
marshmallow
say he
sticks.
grabbed everything.
He grabs a marshmallow stick. What do you grab?
Would you scream first? Or is he just grabbing your
When I get scared, I don't
Ben
really
makes this noise.
scream. I kind of just like freeze up. Really.
He does that a
see
lot.
that.
I do. I freeze up a lot. When I get anxious or nervous, I freeze up a lot.
He freezes,
Is that
poops his
what
pants,
It is,
shakes it out his
honestly,
pant
it
leg,
is.
and then walks on.
Ew.
It's just
And that's
like,
what I
That's
grab.
actually that's a genre of YouTube video of people pooping in public and shaking it out their pant leg. It's really funny.
we had people do that at our grocery store. I have somewhere in my Snapchat memories. I have videos of recording like the security camera monitor in the back office where like there'll be videos of like someone just like walking the store and just look around, just like shake one out and then keep walking
Shake it
At
out.
Max Fresh Market.
at Mike's Fresh Market.
Shake it out.
'Cause
Shake
I'm-
it
Fresh
out.
Market. It's a gross store.
Oh, it was awful. I hated it. But I worked the office.
Shout
so I
out
didn't
to
have the crew
Max
give it up.
Fresh Market.
No.
Screw you, go to hell, Max. I know
Now
you're
we're
listening,
cussing on
Max.
this vlog? Butternut squash.
We can say like
Well,
piss
frick that.
and
Snick,
like
snack.
heck.
I can't give a dog a bone.
This old man came rolling home.
I censored when he said the S word in the last
You
podcast.
said the S word?
I heard you say the
My
F word.
fingers are
You can't
blue.
Okay,
talk.
he said the S word in the PT playthrough and the last podcast. All right,
I did.
continuing the hypothetical.
Oh, yeah.
Continuing the hypothetical.
Yeah.
You hear in the woods
Are we at a campsite? 'Cause it's very
footsteps.
normal.
Like no. We're out in like the dead woods. There's no one here.
We're at the
No one.
bluffs.
No one around.
Well, that's just dumb of us to go to a place called the Dead Woods.
Exactly. You hear big,
That was
big meaty footsteps walking up on us, and then suddenly, at the very last light of the campfire, you see him, Sasquatch. There he is, and he goes, "Hello." What do you do?
He just says, hello.
He says, "Hello."
I would start laughing nervously.
He has an Indian accent. He says, "Hello."
Okay,
He sounds
which
like
one?
He sounds like a poo from from The Simpsons.
He sounds like a poo.
A poo from The Simpsons. He's the Indian character they took away because
Oh my
he was
God.
an Indian stereotype, even though everyone in that show is a stereotype. They took away a poo. Thanks.
I remember when I took a poo.
Yeah.
Took away a poo. What do you do? He says
What do I
hello.
do?
He says hello directly to you, Haley.
I would probably be like, hi, and make sure he is aware that I'm holding an object that will kill him.
The frying pan.
Hey, if he's entangled, it does some damage.
You're right.
You're right. It does cartoony damage to
It
everyone.
does.
You do 50 points of health HP damage to Satchmo. Unfortunately, he has 3,000 HP, so you're going to take some time to whittle him down. Anyway, he walks up to you slowly and he says, "Do not be afraid. Are you my friend? Are you my friend, my friend?
We just need your credit card information
We just need your credit card information for the taxi ride home.
to get rid of the
He
virus. on the
offers
computer.
you a taxi ride home.
No. I don't know.
I don't want him to know where my home is.
He's like,
Yeah.
I have a big limousine now.
That's not a taxi.
I have a big
It was
limousine.
bad. My first thought was like, is Magic Mike available?
I
Because
have a big limousine.
why else would I
Would
get
you?
one of those
He looks at you,
Oh,
Ben.
wow.
Ben, would you like a big meal? He knows your name. Ben, would you like a big limousine?
No.
Would you think you were dreaming if this happened?
I really
I would
would.
think that this is something that Ben did because he started a prank war.
I did not start this prank
Oh,
war.
we should go into the prank war.
We
once
should go into the
hypothetical's
prank
over.
war.
Hang
I did
on.
not start this.
Hypothetical's not over yet. So Bigfoot says, "All right, I will take my position elsewhere," and he walks away. But then he says, "Bye-bye," and then he shakes a turd out of his pants.
Wait,
He's
he's wearing
wearing
clothes?
Yeah, he's only wearing pants so he can shake a turd
So
out of
it's
it.
Just in the
Chewbacca.
middle of the campsite.
Chewbacca doesn't wear clothes.
Oh, yeah.
He just wears that strap.
You got.
Yeah, that's the
ammunition
Chewbacca
belt.
noise. He goes.
I have a hypothetical when you're done.
Haley's hypothetical.
I thought we were talking about the prank war. We're prank war first, then Emery's hypothetical.
No.
Okay, Emery's hypothetical first. Fine.
Hypothetically, what would happen if I fell asleep right now?
We would do the podcast without you. Next question.
That's true. 'Cause
All right.
I'm on right now.
So let me see if I got this prank war down. I'll go ahead and.
You weren't even there. You're
Narrate
the only one not involved.
You're right. Well, I helped distract Ben for the first for the instigation,
initial-
but for now I'm Switzerland in this instance. I am
Right.
totally neutral. What are you talking about? Switzerland's not neutral.
Just keep
They're
going.
totally
Very
peaceful.
acidic.
It is.
Oh wow, I was right.
Yeah, it felt like I was burping up like vinegar.
I said Switzerland was acidic.
Oh, I thought you meant I burped. Okay.
I am so tired.
Okay, listen. No,
Yes.
listen to the prank war
I'm
summary.
listening.
Okay,
I'm about to
so-
fall asleep.
First off, we have to acknowledge Ben has these downstairs neighbors who have a balcony right below his.
We
gives
give them a lot of bread.
Yeah, he
That's so
That's a lot
kind.
of
he
bread.
throws a lot of bread down
We've
there.
probably thrown. All right, so we've probably thrown about $5 worth of bread down there.
But like it's
But
it's
it's,
like clearance
it's because it's the clearance bread
That's
that
a
we can
lot
buy
of
for
bread.
30
It's a lot of
cents a
bread.
piece.
Yeah,
So really,
So-
that bread when it was full price is we're probably throwing about like $30 worth of bread.
For
down there,
sure.
honestly.
so they throw bread, and as a prank, Haley and Emery and Rachel, poor poopless Rachel, we've established she has no poop. They decided, huh? Let's drop some loaves of bread,
And no, it
some
wasn't
slices of
loaves.
bread,
It was, yeah,
Like
a-
slices.
buttload of slices
Whose
of
idea
bread.
was it to do that?
I think it was Haley's, and then Rachel was like, "No, we can do slices. We put it in a Walmart bag."
Oh, yeah, because I mentioned I had this old bread in my fridge.
Yeah.
And it kind of just became a collective idea. And then
Yeah.
we went to Rachel's apartment, and she came out with even more moldy bread. Or it wasn't
Okay.
moldy, we were disappointed, but
And I was the getaway car driver,
And she was the
which
getaway
was the
car
worst
driver.
idea.
Okay.
But
it was bad.
So they go to Ben's apartment complex, but lo and behold, Ben is on his balcony
I'm on my balcony patrolling
patrolling.
because I was warned
because
beforehand.
Haley made a mistake of texting
Don't say the school name.
Ben saying that our school was going to come and egg his school. And so my own lie got us into this mess in the first place.
Yes.
But in reality, it saved him in the long run. We'll
So
explain later.
Haley calls me and says, "Ben's outside. Like we're gonna drop bread on it at his door."
But his
And we're gonna-
balcony faces the
But
parking lot.
his balcony faces the parking lot. He's patrolling.
I was literally chilling on the
He's-
balcony.
he's
with
on the
eggs in my
balcony.
pocket, just waiting
and
for
I
somebody to
was
show up.
like, okay. So I call Ben and I'm like, "Hey Ben, what's going on?" He's like, "Oh, I'm on patrol. I'm scouting," and he I was like, "Oh, that's interesting. Hey, real quick, can you install Audacity on your computer for me?" So just like total crap because like Audacity takes 2 seconds to install. It's super super easy. And so like I distract Ben Well, they go up and toss some bread slices.
It's not even just some. It
We
was a good.
dumped
It was two. It was one loaf of French bread sliced up. That's about what 30 slices, 32. And Rachel's was about a good regular size bread.
Yeah.
So that's about 15. It was a lot of bread.
So they throw a lot of bread
Yeah.
at his doorstep.
We dump it. We dump it.
They dump the bread.
Yeah. TurdsDay.
They dump the bread, and then they
Run.
book it. They
No,
they
we booked
slam.
it.
They bang on the door and book it.
We-
And this is all while Ben's on the phone with me, and he explains, and then he tries to FaceTime me, which I'm like, oh crap, he's on to me. And then he says, oh, wait, got breaded. And I'm like, oh, that's why he's trying to FaceTime me. So I FaceTime him.
In the process of getting breaded, I got egg too.
Yeah, some random person threw an egg up to his balcony,
Yeah.
and it hit his balcony.
And we had no idea that was going to happen. So we actually saved you from getting egged even more.
I mean, I would have thrown eggs too had I seen who threw the egg.
Yeah, but like us pranking you, telling you that they were gonna
Egg?
vandalize,
Yeah.
put you on
Oh.
control.
Yeah.
Tell him you caught someone trying to vandalize.
I did catch one person trying to vandalize.
What were they trying to do?
They were trying to write on windows. So I did loose one egg before y'all got there.
Oh, well, I was right. I'm not a liar now.
Congrats.
His roommate said, get him, boy, get him! And he yoked the egg. And he
My
was
roommates
like,
were not home.
And
They
so
were
we ran down the stairs after we dumped this bread on his
Mhm.
front
Mhm.
porch or doorstep. And then we like creep around the building and we're like, crap, he's still on. He went back out to the balcony. And so we're trying to get a hold of Jeff to get him back inside. And then
We're trying to figure out, like, okay, Emery will go get the car. Hopefully he won't recognize her. And then I get a text from Jeff in all caps saying, go now. And so I said, we gotta go. And so Rachel, Emery, and I all book into the car.
Well, we book it to the car. Haley
Yes.
gets locked out of the car.
So I'm crouching beside the car, and this person comes out from, like, their pool house or whatever, because they're rich white people. And it looks bad. It looks really bad. Long story short is we finally get out of there, but we had to duck down because he did come back on the balcony.
No, but my car kept getting locked. Like, it wouldn't let me go into reverse. And so I thought he was going to spot us because he came back out to the balcony.
That's true.
Yeah.
But
It was rough.
And
It was
then-
fun.
and then Ben retaliated
And
in
stole
the
the wreath.
stupidest way possible.
By stealing the
Oh
wreath?
wait, no, that's not the stupid way.
That's-
Never mind.
no, the
This
stupid-
was
the stupid
genius.
one.
This was actually genius. Explain what you did and when you took it, because I don't remember it.
So last night after I dropped off Jeff from Waffle House.
At what time though?
It was, what time was it?
that was like well past 10.
Well past 10.
Because
It had to
Riley
be.
came back and the wreath was there at 1.
There's no way it was there at 1.
Okay, then we just are so used to seeing it there. Okay, continue.
Because I took it when I dropped him off.
Yeah, there's no way.
Okay, keep going.
So I take it home, and I actually didn't hang it up. I did hang it up that night because I remember I sent a video. I sent a video to Pals, and I said I finally picked up all the bread, and the wreath was in the video.
Pals, by the way, is our Snapchat group.
Oh, I didn't even see that video.
So I sent the video, and I said I finally cleaned up all this bread, and it was just the ground, and then I picked up the camera just a tad, and you see the wreath for like maybe 1 or 2 seconds. So I thought that would like get everyone clued in, and then I went to bed. And I wake up the next morning, I was like, I wonder if they saw it. So I'm like looking at my phone, I'm like, no one's tried to contact me saying, hey, you took my wreath. So I like held down on the message to see who had opened it, and everyone had opened it. I was like, all right, they didn't notice, so I got to like up the ante a little bit. So I hung the wreath up outside, took the picture, moved it back inside, and then put the note on the door.
Which was a really funny note. I wish I had
So
it
let's
to read.
go ahead and have Haley tell her side of the story.
Yeah, okay, so when we saw the snap that said, got new Christmas decor, I mean, we were so confused. We ran out to our front door and we're just trying to figure out what happened. And conveniently, the kid we babysit normally was not here today. Because this all happened today. And so we're sitting there thinking what to do. And Riley goes, let's go get it back. Like, let's go and let's prank him even harder. I was like, okay, we got to bring the scissors though, because we got to make sure that if he like tied it to the door, because we thought you had tied it to the door so we couldn't get it, we can just cut it free. So we get to the apartment, sneak around the back, climb up the stairs, and there's a note, and the note literally says, I've moved it inside, hope that my roommates are in. And then he's like, then I'm going to sign my name, make y'all mad. And so we're like, we don't care. Like, he's obviously not here because we tracked him on his snap maps and showed him walking towards the main campus.
I was literally in the
Sneaky.
process of walking to campus.
He was in the we literally waited until his Bitmoji was far enough where we could get in and
That
out
is
safely.
sneaky. That's some next level sneak.
Oh yeah, I'm military brat. I've learned this stuff. So anyway, we just busted. We didn't even knock. We don't even care if his roommates are there. We're gonna take this back. And in the process, on our way to Ben's apartment, we found a pair of some ladies' underwear.
Where
on
did you
campus.
find this underwear?
It was just in the parking lot.
You'd be surprised what
What?
stuff you find.
It honestly doesn't
Campuses.
surprise me.
Yeah.
So
I found numerous clothing articles in that parking lot.
we took down our wreath and we hung up the
That's
nice.
actually where he got his. That's where he got his Jordans, in that parking lot, and his Tims.
And the Tims.
And his favorite boxers.
Yeah.
Favorite boxers.
Okay, well now he has
boxers.
ladies' panties.
He found some MeUndies in there,
Yeah, he did.
and it was still quality.
Um,
Hey, MeUndies, go ahead and sponsor us, please.
LOL. So we replace the wreath with the underwear, and then we go, okay, we need to up it up just a little bit. So we walk in, and we see his Xbox controller. And
My room was a
headphones.
mess, by the way, because today was laundry day, so there was
It
clothes
was laundry day.
everywhere.
We were really convinced almost to just take your clothes. We were really convinced to just pack all your clothes in
all
the
my
car.
clothes. I'd been mad because I really had to wash clothes.
Well, that stinks. You should.
I
not have
really
taken the Christmas
before.
wreath. You should not have upped the level. Anyway, we took his Xbox controller and his headphones. They're still in my apartment, and you're not getting them back.
I will be getting them.
No,
back.
you're not, because Riley and I have already made a pact saying that Jeff or Igor is not allowed in the apartment.
Why me? I'm Switzerland.
Because you're married to him.
Okay.
So how am I
that's-
supposed to get my stuff back then?
You have to earn brownie points.
What are those?
Brownie points, just be nice to us.
I can do that.
What are those?
So anyway, why are you putting mascara on?
No, it's infused. My eyelashes fell out.
Okay.
She's putting her
I look
eyelashes
over and
back
she's,
in.
like,
Just
rubbing her
relax.
eyelash. Anyway,
Continue.
should I tell my point of view from what you tried to do today, and then you can explain your side, because it's a lot funnier
Absolutely.
from my side.
Tell,
Yeah,
tell your
tell-
point of view.
tell
So,
your
the
side.
retaliation.
The retaliation. So Ben has been hyping it up all day that this retaliation is gonna be a great thing. Okay.
This wasn't technically like the
No,
retaliation.
don't
it was
cover
like
up for the crap you pulled. You pulled crap. You
it
produced
backfired pretty bad.
crap. No, you produced crap.
How did what?
It was-
No, we all produce crap. That's what the podcast is
gosh.
about.
Had it
This
worked,
is like
it would have been
you
good.
failed at retaliation. So Riley was in a musical theater performance production thing. So I told her I was gonna go meet her, and basically what happened is I'm literally sitting in my car and I see Ben, like, by the street, and I was like, crap. So I ducked down as he goes past my car. He didn't see me because he's stupid, but all of a sudden I just see him take a bite out of this baguette and chuck it at my apartment door. It hits my door, and he takes off running. Like, he looks like a chicken
I
with a
full
stick in the
on
mouth.
sprinted.
Did you Naruto run?
Maybe it's
Like,
possible.
I'm literally watching him pull this prank, or pull the prank.
Hey Jeff, put in actual footage of Ben running.
Wait, this is a
There we go.
podcast.
What?
You can't see. Oh,
I
It's on YouTube.
posted on YouTube.
oh, perfect. Anyway,
I'll put in actual
I
footage
see
of Ben
him
running.
book it into
Wait,
his
hang on.
getaway car.
I'll put in footage here, 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 and here. Boom. All right, continue your story.
Okay, perfect. So I literally see him book it into his getaway car. And I get a text saying, did you see the new, like whatever it was, part of the prank war? And I was like, yeah. He goes, yeah, I ran so fast. And I was like, I know. And I eventually tell him, like, I saw you pull this. Like, it's not, you failed. I'm sorry.
What did the
So-
baguette say?
The
The
way
Beckett said, this is war.
Yeah,
so
this
then
is
I
war.
chucked it at Beck's door. And then Beck
Why'd you
came
chuck it
out.
at Beck's door?
Because I don't know. I didn't want it.
I didn't even know we got pranked. We didn't get pranked. We got free bread.
It landed like when
Ground
I chucked
bread.
it landed perfectly to where it read, this is war. And so she chucked it back down to me, and I ended up dropping it off in front of Colton's store because I didn't want it. And I don't know what happened to it now. But
He probably ate it.
no, it
He
literally
was
had
probably
Sharpie on it.
a snack.
Also,
So
did
when
we
I
make it
was
to the podcast
in the
part?
process of her saying, "Yeah, you look really stupid running away," the way she was texting was so dry. I thought you were mad at me. Like I legit thought you were pissed.
I am.
You were pissed?
Yeah.
He threw bread against a door.
Yeah.
And that pissed you off?
Yes.
Why? It's just bread.
Because that's a waste of gluten.
There are children starving in Africa, Ben, and you.
Yeah, you should have shipped them the bread and had it
Exactly.
been moldy by the time it got to them, Ben. How thoughtless of you.
You're an awful person.
Ben, you're going
This
to
is
hell.
I've been
time
attacked
to
so many
give.
times.
Newsflash, Ben's going to
You're
hell
pulling
right
his
now.
leg.
All right, hang on. Here we go. God's sending men to hell. Welcome.
God's
Bye.
sending you to hell?
Welcome to hell. It's
Yeah.
me, Beelzebub. What's your name?
Ben,
Probably that at some point.
Shh, hang on.
we do need to go to bed pretty
Shut
soon.
up.
It is almost
Shut up. It's me, Beelzebub.
Let's-
What's your name?
Ben.
All right, Ben. What did you do to go to hell?
I threw bread.
What? You're not a terrorist.
No.
You're not a school shooter.
No.
Oh my gosh, you can't make school
You're not
shooter
I was about
jokes.
to say, I was like, that's
No,
not
that
what you
wasn't me.
said.
That was Satan. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, listen.
Thank you so much for having us on.
Yeah,
your
thanks for
podcast.
being on the podcast, and thank you for having a
I
truce.
feel so relieved
Choose
having
for
my
the
poop
podcast.
story out there in the
Yeah.
open.
Yeah,
I think
isn't it freeing?
no.
It's like taking a dump.
It's, yeah.
It's freeing.
The weight is out of
I'm
my
never
undies.
gonna get
Exactly.
through
I leave you all with this thought:
grad school. Oh no, he's gonna burp.
when people poop on a plane, it's the same weight. Like there's no weight added to the plane because it just transfers from the people to the toilet.
Yeah, wow.
So let that keep you up at night. Thank you guys so much for being on the podcast.
Thanks for having us.
This is Sally and Lula signing off.
Sally and Lua, let's go ahead and flush this load.